Yo, we getting after it. Laurence back in the house, baby. He back in.
Hey, getting out of San Diego, I gotta come back and see my family. That's it. The best in the game right here, the best in the business.
Hey,
the best in the business right here.
Love when we have folks that go on to do great things. And this man right here, the guy's on tour right now. He's on tour over the world, literally making lives better, impacting people. Great to have him back. We get a little old school workout in. You gotta look all good in front of all the peeps, you know.
Look good. I try to keep up with these guys, man. Keep up with these guys.
Let's go, man. Hey, great to have the floor. I got my man Laurence Ng in the house. Laurence, welcome back.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Take a look at his face. Many of you know him. He was a mainstay here at Fitness Quest 10, and he moved up to Los Angeles, and he is doing great things. Laurence, fill all of our fans in what the heck you're doing these days, because it is exciting.
So currently, right now, I'm on tour with the Chainsmokers. So we happen to be in town for San Diego for the day. So of course, I'm gonna come back and see my man Todd and my family here in San Diego. For all you guys that have never been here, this guy's the best in the game. This gym's the best in the world. Promise you guys that.
Well, Laurence, thank you. The Chainsmokers, obviously a huge band right now, a huge group right now. They're touring all over the place. Tell me what do you do actually when you're on tour with them?
So basically, my job as their trainer, like why I'm on tour with them, is besides just keeping them physically fit. So we're on about a 5 to 6 day a week program of corrective exercise, working on their flexibility, mobility, strength work to keep them strong. But it's as much about the mental game and keeping them mentally sharp, mentally focused, as it is about physical. It's like they're grinding. These guys are performing 5, 6 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. So they really to be at their best, they need to be on point physically and on point mentally.
So tell me, I look at your Instagram and I get a little behind the scenes tour. Guys, if you want to get a little behind the scenes tour of the different cities that Laurence and the Chainsmokers are at, follow him on the gram. What is your Instagram?
Larry Legend 85, baby.
Larry Legend 85. Take a look and you'll get a little insight into that. But he was telling me earlier this morning about how he trained these guys for 90 minutes, 6 days a week. And you may think being up on stage is easy, but the energy expenditure when you're up on stage in front of that many people is high. And Laurence's part of his responsibility and job is to keep these guys tuned up and energy flowing on that stuff. What's the hardest part of your job out of everything that you do?
I think it's just maybe making sure that you know, keeping them because it is such a grind, that to just make sure that they're, you know, on point. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, like I said, it's a grind, and you know, there's times when they just need a day off, and you know, I have to make that executive decision that's like, hey, as much as I'd like to get you guys working out today, they might just need a day off. So it's really just being able to manage, you know, how their bodies are feeling, how mentally they feel, or like how mentally exhausted they are,
right?
And just being able to.
How much different is your training there with them versus when you were here? Because I always talk about here at Fitness Quest 10, we're high performance trainers, and whether it's a pro athlete or an executive or someone that just wants the best out of their life, how much different is it?
Training wise, it's actually pretty similar. You know, it's like we always say here, it's like you're going to train the Joes like the pros, and not that they're just average Joes, but it's like, you know, they want the same thing that the athletes want, right? They want to be at their best, they want to be at peak performance, they want to be physically as fit as they can, they want to be mentally as strong as they can, and, you know, be basically on point in all aspects. So I train them just like I did here, just like Todd does with all of his clients. You train them like you train the athletes, and it's just that like that mental focus of like, hey, I got to get better today. I got to be better today than I was yesterday. Same thing for them. You know, their craft is a little different. You know, that their entertainers are on stage, but really they're after the same thing. They want to be better. They want to make sure they're on point, so then they can, you know, in their world, be the best at their game.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's always cool to see people that you've worked with and mentored go do great things. And although I never like to lose anyone, when it's a better opportunity for them to grow, that's part of what my role is to help create impact with people. And Laurence has seized the opportunity up in Los Angeles and now on tour, and he's doing amazing things. Laurence, if there is one or two lessons that you learned here that apply to you now, have you ever stopped thinking, oh, you know what, that's a lesson I learned back there at Fitness Quest 10? Is there one or two things that you're applying now on an everyday basis with those guys and your business up there that you learned here?
I think number one that I learned from this guy, like I said, the best in the game is that mindset is everything. You know, your mindset is so important to your success. You know, it's your body will follow what your brain tells it to do. So there's days that, you know, we're going to be tired physically, we're going to be tired, we're going to be exhausted, but you just got to get through it. And if your mind is telling you, hey, listen, this is what I got to do today, you're going to do it. And then I'd say number two maybe is probably energy. You know, energy is so important. Without energy, you got nothing. So
that's right.
You got to be able to manage your energy, and you got to stay mentally sharp. And again, that's why it's important is to stay focused on your workouts and stay fit, because like I said, it's not just about building your body physically, but it's also about keeping your mind sharp as possible so you can be at your best.
Yeah. Well, it sure was great to have you back in the house today and to work out, get a sweat together.
Old school.
Always welcome here, and I'm really happy for you
Thank you so
and
much.
all that you're doing. But guys, follow this guy. You got Larry Legend 85, Larry Legend 85 on Instagram. Check him out. And if you're ever at a Chainsmokers contest, keep your head on a swivel, because you might see this guy in the background, and you never know. You might even see him on stage sometime. You never know with Laurence what he's going to be up to. But guys, thanks so much, Laurence. Thank you for having me again, coming on in to the queue and seeing the family. Guys, have a great day. We'll keep the party rolling. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, we're gonna hop on a call here in a moment with a health club that I'm working with in the Midwest. And part of what I do is I go in and fire all the trainers and coaches up in the facility. So I like to do a couple calls beforehand. Now this is months in advance. That's part of the preparation, is hearing what the GMs and owners want out of the meeting or out of the one-day impact program I'll be delivering. And then I can really frame up and customize the message to make sure I meet the demand of the trainers and coaches and what they most need. So let's hop on the call and see what they want. Rachel had shared with me, obviously, in the WOW experience, did a lecture there and maybe a couple of the talks. I think one thing that's important in the length of time that we have is to do almost an experiential section as well, where I kind of lead them through some personal development type aspects where they're defining, what they want so they can best serve in their role. Is that something that you guys would like me to incorporate into our day?
yeah, I love that. I mean, I think, and Hannah knows that's like my favorite session. So.
Well, listen, have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you guys in September. Love those calls right there. Framing up what's going to be a wonderful one-day impact leadership program for about 200 trainers in the Midwest. I love going into sometimes these private deals where I can get really customized with the needs of the club and deliver what they most want. So it's great to get the background. I have all my notes, and we'll compile that, and it's going to be a special experience. 5 of the most incredible human beings here coming up here. I'm meeting with my mastermind coaches. So our platinum level mastermind, these are the coaches that help me coach within the mastermind. So we have these meetings where we can make sure we're dialed into all the needs of our folks. So let me tune in here to our stuff, and we will rock and roll. Yo, yo!
Much great.
How's everyone doing today? Any highlights today? You like that? Do you like my little thing about backing in? I want to maximize time because I know there's a lot we can go through. Larry, did you send out the
Yes.
Perfect. I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at that or not. We'll kind of keep it fluid, and instead of going through all the different aspects and of all the different teams that'll come up with some of the things today. Is a number, and you got to make sure you get over that mindset of that I'm too old to do this, because you know why? That's mindset again. I'm too old to do this. I'm too young to do this. I'm too educated to do this. I'm not educated enough, because we're full of garbage in our heads, and it robs you of being your best self. I said, no, Natalie, you can do this. You got this. And then she banged it out because you could do it. You physically could. And you had to overcome that. Maybe you're in pain today. Maybe you have back pain, knee pain. You have arthritis. You have something going on. You're like, man, I can't do that. My back's hurting or this is hurting. No, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. And you can work around things that you have when you put yourself around other professionals that can help guide you. But don't not do something because it's like an excuse of like, no, I'm a little sore today. Well, then work through it or focus on recovery and all the things that you can do, whether it be massage, soft tissue work, stretching, yoga, all the great things that you have at your fingertips.
He makes me do Pilates twice a week, and I listen, and that's a mindset shift. I'll tell you right now.
Whatever you do, don't always be guided by what other people think. Rather than live your life predicated on your rules, about your mission, about your credo, about all that you do to make sure that you are the visionary you want to be. So guys, those are my 13 rules of living. And that's a wrap, baby. That's a little bit of a week in the life of right there. A lot of moving parts, a lot of different hats to wear, and I love all of them. Hey, it was so good to reconnect with friend and former trainer here, Laurence Ng, doing great things with the chain smokers, and always love seeing and hearing from people that I've had an impact on and doing great things in the universe. Also, you got a chance to see some of the behind the scenes business calls I had the opportunity to be on this week. Typically, several hours each week are spent just kind of looking at how I can best serve. And we've got some great opportunities coming up this fall. And of course, you also got to hear from my mastermind coaches. And these are folks that are making a difference in many people's lives every single day. And I take great pride in my mastermind. These are some of the finest souls in the universe, and they're fellow passionate trainers that are trying to make impact in their corner of the universe. And it's important from a leadership perspective, all of us coaches are on the same page, as more and more time and effort on my end goes into the mastermind as we deliver just more value. It's important for those coaching calls, so you have a chance to hear that. And of course, you also just had a chance to listen to some Facebook Lives. And it's kind of cool that Natalie Jill, not only do I train her, but she is a trainer. It's great example of how we all need coaches and trainers. She's one of the top online fitness trainers in the country. and she has massive influence and doing amazing things. But she has a coach as well, because we all need coaches, and I try to push her and challenge her to be the highest performer that she can possibly be. And we talked about the athlete mindset. And then, of course, I finished off here with a Facebook Live on my 13 rules of living. Guys, I want to get your feedback. I'm loving these vlogs and the feedback that I'm seeing, and the things that you most want to hear about, then I'm going to make sure that my team and I are delivering on those things. So whether it be the blogs, whether it be Facebook Lives, whether it be these vlogs, you're enjoying watching them, please share them and pass on what you like and your comments, because one of the things that I'm trying to do is just create more positive impact in the world. And I know that you're a person of impact, and you're trying to do great things as well. So I'd love to hear from you about your thoughts and comments. Guys, have an incredible day. Thanks for joining in on this vlog, and I look forward to connecting with you next week. Peace.